Hi students, welcome back. Now coming to the next topic in the subject distributed systems is the layered protocol. So in the previous video I explained exactly what is the communication protocol. So the communication protocols are of different layers are there that are in the communication. So now let's see each and every layer in the communication protocol, means the OSI layer. So the layered protocol, this is a general structure, a typical message as it appears on the network. So this is a typical message appears on the network. Okay, so you already know whenever if you're open the system and you're working on system, if you want to send a mail to any one of the person, so it will be passed over a network. So a message, whatever the layered protocol that is present, that layered protocol message will be look like this. So this is a typical message as it appears on the network. Okay, so here these are all bits that actually appears on the network. So here these are all the bits, each bit, ones or zeros, appears on the network. So this is our actual message that we want to be transferred. So the message is also converted into the bits. So if we are working on if you are present on the data link layer, the data link layer is consisting of data link layer header as well as the trailer and the message. Okay, so header, trailer and the message. And if your network layer, the network header and the message, and the transport header and the message, and session header, means from where it is coming, the header position should be there and the trailer position should be there. The most significant bit and the least significant bit. So the least significant bit in the data link layer will be occupied with the trailer and the most significant is the header. So whatever the message that is transferred from application to the presentation to the session to the transport, that message includes the header and the message. Header and the message. Header and the message, like that. Okay, so this is a typical message that appears on the network. So each layer, if you take each layer consisting of header and the message. Okay, so let's discuss one by one the layered protocols. What is the first layered protocol? That is a physical layer. Actually, you are already aware of this OSI layer because whatever the subject, networking subject you are taking or operating system subject you are taking, these when we are talking about the communication, these layers will play a more significant role. So let me just recall what exactly these layers is in brief, because I already explained about these OSI layers in the networking subject. So if you want, you can go through that. But in this distributed system, I want to give a basic idea, because we don't need in-depth in distributed systems. So just if you know the basic idea of this, then you can write the exam. Now let's see physical layer. So what is the use of the physical layer? Actually, it is responsible for movement of individual bits from one node to the next node. From one node to next. So the main responsible of the physical layer, it's just movement of individual bits, means ones and zeros. So whatever the individual bit is, it is going to be move from one node to the another node. Okay, so let me show you the diagram. Suppose a data is coming from where it will come, the upper layer. The data will always come from the upper layer. So what is the upper layer of the physical layer? That is data link layer. From data link layer, a message is came. So how this message will be represented in the physical layer? So let me take this as a physical layer. So how the layered structure will be there, means the typical message that appears as header and the message, right? So this is a message, this consisting of header. Let me take the header is 110 and this is a message 10001001100100, something like that. Okay, so this is a message which comes from the data link layer, and this is a header of physical layer. Only these message will come from the data link layer, but when it comes to the physical layer, it attaches with the header, and along with this header means from where it has to be sent, that message from where it has to be sent. So this message, the header along with the message, will be sent to the node B. So what is that another node? So in node B, you are having the physical layer. So this physical layer, the header of this physical layer along with the message. Okay, so after that, only this message will be sent to the data link layer. So this is how the internal operation will be done. And one more thing, the main important thing here, the data from physical layer from one node to another node will be transmitted over a transmission media. So this thing you have to be remember that. The transmission media, how it will be look. So when you're transferring the data over the network, it should be a signal, an analog signal. It should be a signal. So this is a transmission media. So always remember that. So the data will be transferred from one node to the another node, whether it coming from wherever the layer, whatever the layer. So the physical layer is going to transmit that message to the another end of network. So by using the transmission media. So the transmission media, that ones and zeros will be converted into signal. It's analog signal. And these analog signal, again when it reaches the physical layer, it converts that analog signals into ones and zeros. Okay. So this is about a brief introduction of the physical layer. Now let me take the second layer. So what is the second layer? The second layer is data link layer. So what is the main responsible of this data link layer? It is responsible for moving frames from one node to the next node. Frames from one node to next node, and performs the error detection and correction also. And it also performs any error detection after detecting the error. It is the responsibility of data link layer to correct the error also. Okay, so this is the main responsible of the data link layer. So the data link layer is responsible for moving frames from one node to the next node. So the physical layer is moving one bit one after the another, means it transfers the data in the form of a bits, but in the data link layer the data is transferred in the form of the frames. So remember this, in the form of the frames. So let me show you from where the data will come. The data is coming from network layer. Okay, so I said the data link layer, the most significant bit and the least significant bits are occupied with the header and the trailer. So let me take a message. So this is a header. Let me call H2. Why I am calling the H2? Because data link layer is in second position, 2. First is the physical layer and data link layer is the 2. So that's why header of 2 means whenever H2 is seen, you thought that that header is related to the data link layer. And T2, that is the trailer. So like this messages, next H3, H4, H5 means coming from network layer, transport layer, every headers will be occupied in this left hand side, and only the data link layer is having the trailer, and that message will be transferred to the next node. Okay, and here your data will be present. So this data is coming from network layer, and complete from header to the trailer, this message will be transferred to the physical layer. So we call it as a frame. This complete structure, you call it as a frame. Okay. So at the receiver side means another node. So this header is with the dotted, and the trailer H2, T2. So it comes from physical layer. So the data, and only this data will be transferred to the network layer. So again that network layer will add the H3 header and the data. So this is about the data link layer. So let me explain you the next. So what is the next type of layer? So that is a network layer. So let me continue in the next video. Thank you.